Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about field trips. Last year we did a poor job at doing field trips. I think our whole homeschool experience we've done not really a great job doing field trips and educational trips, if that's what you want to call it. But obviously COVID, we moved last year a few times, so it's been a lot, so this year we really wanted to sit down and talk about field trips and how we can make that work for this school year. I'm gonna just kind of let you guys know what we decided to do and how and what and why and all the things. So if you guys are interested, keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like our videos, and comment below. It really helps our channel. And follow us on our other social media accounts. We're Homeschool Homies on Instagram and on TikTok as well. Okay, so the first thing we did, we just literally started making a list. We're like, okay, well, we could go here, we could go there, we could go here. So then once we started getting stumped, we started thinking about any themes that we have going on in our curriculum this year. So we do have a medieval theme, so then that gave us the idea of going to medieval times. They just opened a medieval times in the Valley like a couple years ago now, maybe last year. And so yeah, so we want to do that, and obviously all the museums, all of the planetariums, all of the Ramses also wants to go to a observatory. So all of those things are kind of easy things to write on the list. So the next thing we did after making a hefty list, we started to think of non-local things that we could do, because I think those were the first things that came to our head, was all of the things that we could do locally, an hour from us kind of thing. That's local, because locally there's not a lot. So after that we started thinking about more like staycations or vacations that we could also use as a like field trip or educational trip. Obviously, you want to tailor it to your schedule and price and what you're comfortable spending and what your area goes for and stuff. So obviously taking all those things into consideration. But then once we kind of narrowed it down, if you do one field trip a month, that's 12 places. So it doesn't sound too bad, if you school year round, that is, so for us that's 12 places. So that sounded a little bit more digestible to us, like, oh wow, 12 places, like, yeah, we could decide on 12 places, do 12 things. So then we came up with the idea of doing 1 month where we do something either free or affordable, and then the next month doing something a little bit more expensive or splurgy, again depending on what your budget is. Ultimately that's what we decided. We decided to do 1 field trip a month and then alternate doing a more chill, low-key, doesn't require too much planning field trip 1 month, also affordable or free, and then the next month is something a little bit more pricey where you want to save up, maybe set money aside and have to do a little bit more prepping, pre-planning for that. And then the next thing is that Ramses is in charge of the field trips. So I'll assist, like if he's like, oh hey, could you, blah blah blah, and we both talk about it, but he's ultimately in charge of field trips. So now that we just went to our first field trip, we went to the Arizona Science Center. So we just went there and then we went to lunch after. It cost about $75 for 4 tickets because our youngest is still 2, and it says that they don't have to have a ticket unless they're 3 or older. So we only had to buy 4 tickets, 2 adults and 2 kids, and it came out to $75. And then we went out to eat, and lunch was like $30 or so. It wasn't that expensive. And yeah, so pretty much the whole trip cost us about $110. To me, that's not too bad. Right now it's really hot. We cannot go like on any hikes unless we go super early in the morning, which it's not worth it. So it's not even that cool, to be honest, like cold in the morning. So it's still warm, really warm. So yeah, we can't do a lot of like outdoorsy, naturey, free things yet, but it's coming up, And then some ideas that we've come up with as far as doing something a little bit more splurgy is maybe going to we want to go to this observatory in Tucson. And Tucson is about an hour away from us, so obviously that's something you have to do at night. and obviously we don't want to be driving back home at night late with the kids, so that's something where we'd want to get a room for a night or two, and also maybe go explore some museums or go to a park or go, you know, take the kids to do some fun stuff, and then be able to go to the observatory as well. So that's kind of what I mean by that. We also want to take the kids on their first plane ride this year. We are not sure how we're going to do that yet. We have some ideas, but we want to do something that's not going to be an extremely long plane ride, but we do want to kind of do that before we start thinking about the bigger trips that we want to take, just because, you know, they've never been on a plane before, and I don't have a lot of experience on planes, to be honest. Rams has been on a plane way more than me, but yeah, me thinking about being on a plane with all three kids, especially the toddler, for a long time. I want to do that as well, turn that into a whole thing. And yeah, so, and then also remember the holiday season. There's gonna be plenty of things to do, plenty of local community things that we can do, but we don't really count that as like field trips, so we definitely want to really be intentional with that as well. So it's definitely dependent on your area, on your family, what you are comfortable. And also another thing that we started doing as well is we do envelope system, like cash envelopes, and we do sinking funds. So we've been doing that for a couple years now. So we do it for birthdays, we do it for a lot of different things, a lot of things that come up. So we do each paycheck and take money out for each envelope. So we added the field trip vacay envelope, and we put money in there every paycheck as well. So that's also going to be kind of motivating, you know, because we're not going to be just trying to pull money out of wherever to make a field trip work, you know. So definitely recommend that if you guys haven't started that, because it's definitely sinking funds in general are helpful, you know, and that's just kind of like the coin way of saying, you know, you set aside a little bit of money each check for X thing. So we, for example, like I said, we do it for birthdays. We have a holiday one. We have a special occasions one, because then I would get, you know, kind of stuck with, like, you know, if a graduation came up or a baby shower or something, and I'd be like, oh no, I have to go get a gift, you know, kind of thing. So we have a special occasions one. We have a car maintenance one, you know, stuff that comes up and that you're prone to put on a credit card. We have in an envelope for that. So yeah, field trip envelope, 100%. Get yourself a field trip envelope, even if it's like $20 a check, whatever the case may be. It's better than nothing, you know. Alright guys, I think that's everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any ideas for field trips or ways that you guys organize yourselves to make field trips happen, just go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye!